Am I heard? I am heard, finally. Excuse me. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting matchup of Echo Arena presented by VRML. I am going to bring my volume down so I'm not screaming here. But yeah, we have a very exciting matchup here. The number 2 seed Backlash versus the number 3 seed Blast. They have seen each other throughout the season. Excuse my clicks as I move over to the page to see this. Uh, they have played twice so far this season, going 2-0 in favor of Backlash here. So very excited to see how Blast is going to come into this one. What are your thoughts on this game, Andy?
I'm thinking this is going to be absolutely close. These two teams have really just come up to the top in this little back end to the season. They've really just shown what they were. Blast really just starting to just take off towards the end. This meta is finally starting to set in. A lot of teams are just, it's just gotten so closer to the end. This has really just been such a bang-on finale for these teams, and that across both regions. And had some fantastic games last night from NA and some fantastic games from EU leading up into this. I'm excited. I'm like a kid on Christmas waiting for these games. They're going to be looking absolutely fantastic.
Now I'm curious, do you have any predictions coming into this one?
I believe Backlash will be able to take this due to the fact, just screaming them, seeing how consistent they are. Throughout the season, they've just been so consistent, how much they've been looking in and studying into this game, practicing their game and studying the meta, taking their time and adjusting. And I think that's going to be their strength leading into this. Blast, they've also just, it's going to be such a wild card. It's such a 50-50. It's hard to tell because Blast, they've just started to figure it out. They've gotten all their things together. They've got all their ducks in a row. They've gotten it going. And they've just started this train of just getting all these points on the boards and these fantastic boosts and clears and getting into that EU style and putting their name up onto the board and showing that, hey, we're not out of this. And they're going to just be doing their absolute best. These games are going to be very close.
I agree, absolutely. So we got Backlash coming in orange. That is a team of Nillywick, Maddie, T Sundance K, and Torin coming up against Blast. That is Lone Gecko, Boop 90, we'll just call him Lego, and Finn. And Blast, of course, Boop is the namesake of the Boop shot that everybody is so aware of at this point in the Echo Arena. And of course, they aren't the only ones with a namesake in the game like that. Of course, we've got the W's, Andy W and Zach W, with the what shot, the twirlies, and all sorts of goodness. So as we get started here, Andy, go ahead, take away this play-by-play.
All right, the countdown's going to be finally coming down, having Blast versus Backlash. They're going to be starting off this joust, 2 seconds left, seeing who's going to be winning this and taking this definitive launch. And it looks like it's going to be Blast coming through, taking that trench shot off the bottom, but the defensive stack is going to be able to take that, taking the clear up through the left tunnel, bouncing down the left pit with Nillywick going to be there first. Looking to just try to slow this down, get that nice cross pass going through. Maddie taking it forward with a nice recollect coming back, taking their time. This is a nice square setup, just really taking their time, letting this set in, getting their positioning where they want this. Sundance slowly walking this forward, not very pressured. Lone Gecko finally getting lured out a little bit, but coming back for that zone defense. Just, this is really great positional from Backlash, just taking their time. Look at the patience on these players, just trying to get what they want. And then Blast coming through with a nice little snag there, getting forward, a pile up coming out towards the left pit. And it's going to be cleared forward to Boop, and Boop going to be able to finally get this through onto their first offensive drive.
Yeah, already some back and forth going on between these teams. But then, oh my goodness, that shot! I think Hatchu took the shot, but man, Torn makes a save, but then isn't able to rest his own momentum there.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure if that was going to be a 3 if they're inside the bubble, but that was so close. He caught the disc. Unfortunately, going to be able to put that in, but not the worst start. It's only just getting going. There's still 8 minutes left in this game, and they're going to be able to get this drive coming forward with Sunstance taking the QB, passing this forward, and nice open pass onto the floor with a cross pass open, that back stack, those defensive EU stacks coming through, showing how much pressure they put forward, where they're not going to let you get that positioning, even though they're sacrificing some of that defensive positioning inside the goal.
So now, yeah, this is that one stings for Torn there, but they're going to be able to come back because these are very good teams. And then as I'm speaking, Nillywick able to take that pass from Sundance and puts that one in for 2.
Yeah, very nice setup as well. They finally they got the momentum. They broke through that defense. Blast defense is just showing up. It looks incredibly hard to break through that. Just getting those zone coverage, getting that positional, and that awareness coming through, which has been the kind of the difficult side of these 4v4s, is having to have that extra awareness of where that extra player is all the time, and that's what's been making it so difficult. Lego with a tempting shot, almost being able to get that through a contested pass, but it's going to get nice back pass with another touchback to Boop. Some nice patience coming through, showing that Blast, they can do this too on their side, and they're getting through, getting some of that position that they want, spreading out a little bit and taking their time. Just both sides here, some fantastic defense, putting up incredibly hard pressure with Finn taking his time on the floor, and a nice clear coming out through the roof. It's going to bounce through ceiling. That's actually almost online, but Blast is going to be able to get back and collect this disc on their half.
And we did see some beautiful passing there by Blast before that interception by Sundance, but that was 6 or 7 passes before Sundance got the hand on that. Now Torn picking up on that clear attempt.
And it looks like, that is so close. Nice attempt there for the 3-pointer where they're finally going to be almost able to catch that goal open, which is kind of the first time this game we've been seeing that. Just how much lanes they've been able to close off with this. A nice forward pass coming up onto the shoulder. It's going to be either a cross pass or a dunk. It's going to go off the backboard and just slightly wide and recollected by Boop with the clear out off the tunnel wall.
Man, that was close. Sundance was set up to pick up that disc and slam it in and just didn't connect on it. And now we're seeing just more back and forth here in this game.
Oh, and it looks like shot, and that's going to be going in. That's a good 3-pointer for Nillywick. A nice punish finally onto that open goal, where maybe those boosts weren't able to get back on time, and they ended up beating them through the positioning. And that is a great, great play coming through on Backlash.
I just want to point out that is now the 4th attempt. The last time I was talking, there was an almost goal, and then the next time I spoke, there was another goal. So maybe I'm the deciding factor in this game.
Yeah, you're their good luck charm for sure. I mean, they're going to be waiting for you to just be talking more, because that's just every single time they've been getting it. But it looks like we're going to have a nice collection here with a clear coming down for Backlash. Backlash with the stacks coming through. Blast is going to be able to take this. The clear going to be kind of going astray off into the middle. Nilly going to be trying to collect with Lego with a nice slap to get it back to buy them some time into that offensive zone. It's going to be really close here for Blast, and Blast is going to be able to put that in. That's a nice 3-point shot. Good brawling and some good loose disc control there.
What a beautiful shot there by Boop as he puts that one in. That was almost a 90-degree angle there. And excuse my voice as it cracks, but yeah, what a beautiful shot by Boop. You get a lot of credit to Boop there for that one. And for a 3, that was just gorgeous.
Oh, these games, they're so nerve-wracking because every point here has just been, they've been so contested, and just every team trying to just get to those points where they're going to be outplaying each other. A nice open shot attempt, and that's going to go in. That is a fantastic result. Torin absolutely punishing that goal, an 18-meter from the tunnel.
And after something like that, Blast's going to be maybe considering keeping a man a little bit back when they're on that defensive joust, because what an amazing shot there by Torn to put that one in. You're not going to see a whole lot of those in these series here today.
Yeah, no, it's not looking like you're going to be seeing any of those at all. They've just been having absolutely everything covered, and it just a fantastic result coming here. And it looks like we're going to finally be getting Blast on their side. A nice cross pass. He's going to be leading this up, looking for that cross pass. Maybe he's going to be trying to take it, just dinging it off the post. And it's going to be recollecting back for Backlash to be trying to take this forward finally. And it looks like a Boop shot, actually almost kind of online, taking a wild bounce off tunnel, off the wall, and dinging off the post. Oh man, that is so close. And it's going to be bouncing down off the shield. This is still dangerous in their half. And Blast is going to be able to take this and clear this up. It's going to go off the triangle, off the bottom. And Backlash still managing to be able to take this disc, going in for a 2-on-1 and putting it in. Another great result, taking it up 5 points for the team, 10-5 Backlash.
What a beautiful sequence there as Torrance sends that disc to Sundance, who was sitting relatively unchallenged on that nest there, and able to bring it in against the defender and the goalie to put that in for a beautiful 2.
Yeah, they kind of caught me off guard. They had their stack ready, it looked like, in the goal, and then they both just kind of caught sitting back there, leading into that 1v2. Those 2-point shots are such high percentages to go in, too, so he was just able to walk that in and get himself a good result and bringing their lead forward for the team. That nice backstack there for Backlash, being able to intercept that 3 attempts. Nillywick going to be pressured here. He's going to get snagged on. Unfortunately, hitting the Geo, and the disc is going to be loose above Cloud, but he's still going to be able to recollect that and bring that forward. They have a man on Nest, which that's going to be a good pass off the post, and Nillywick going to be able to recollect this with a clear that's going to be going down into bottom pit. And it looks like Backlash here is going to be having that, but a great stack coming through from Blast. This is going to be a chance for a 3, and another dinger off the post with another attempt, and they're going to be able to finally get that put in. 10-8 Blast.
Finn maybe having a little bit more time than he thought he had to work with there. Looking maybe a no-look shot, something I see Jaywalker doing all the time. I consider it a Jaywalker shot. Of course, that is an organic shot. Has nothing to do with Jaywalker. Obviously, Finn just trying to take put that one in as fast as possible, but maybe a little bit too fast. But then the recovery there, bringing him up, yeah, within two.
Yeah, this recovery game from Blast really bailing him out there. That was some fantastic effort the players putting forward. They're going to have another chance for an open goal, but it's going to go just wide here. Bouncing back, Lone Gecko going to be tying here for the disc, but Backlash going to be able to recollect with that nice tap back. And it looks like they're going to get a nice clear through the tunnel, and it's going to take a nice bounce through the middle, and they're going to have a chance here to score 3, and Nillywick putting this in for a 3. What a fantastic result. Again, 13-8. This game's so close, ping-ponging back and forth, and just punishing these open threes is Backlash.
And a real quick update for the other game. It looks like Team Gravity is going to be taking game 1 over in that top bracket. They are about 2 minutes ahead of us here. So congrats to Team Gravity.
Yeah, congrats to Team Gravity for sure. Starting us off pretty strong for them. Hopefully we're going to see some more of them coming up in these brackets, providing these excellent games. Lego going to have a possible chance for a 1v1. He's going to be able to sidestep Torin there and put that in for a 3. Some really aggressive goaltending there, which is going to end up turning away the 3. Maybe probably should have sat back a little bit more, but it's so hard to judge when those goalies, I know you are more practiced in it, but those aggressive plays can sometimes just be so crucial to turning over that play, try to catch them off guard, but you end up taking those chances of them being able to turn over that 3.
Absolutely, they can be, what an amazing goal there to bring it up within 2 with only a minute and a half left going here in this game.
Oh yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat for this one. This is so close back and forth, showing both teams just showing up for this championship games. Maddie going to be on the cross, looking for that nice ceiling pass to Torin. He's going to have some space to take this in, and a great save by Boop. Fantastic result. He's going to be able. The blast stacks coming down as I'm tripping over myself trying to keep up with this game. Lone Gecko going to be able to collect this with a crossover to Bowtie. Bowtie coming forward, up cross pass. The goalie is out of goal again, and a 2-pointer, tying it up with a minute left. This is so close. Blast with a fantastic result.
I believe that goalie coming out to challenge Finn, and when you come out as a goalie like that to challenge the attacking player, it does. If you don't get that steal or that stun, it does leave that goal wide open for that shot, and we are tied up now.
Yeah, we are tied up, and this is going to be close. We're going to have Backlash, though, who's going to be in the favorable position. He doesn't see that the goal is open. He had Maddie maybe having a chance there, but the back pass, playing it safe, Sundance, back up to that cross pass. Back across the Maddie, taking their time. They know they're in the favorable position. They're burning down this clock a little bit, taking it from net. Some good defense there coming in, not being able to break through that defense. A tap across, that stack not being able to get it loose in front of the disc. Nillywick working his way over, and he's going to be able to put that in for a 2. Looks like he's going to be able to seal that game away with that play. Some wild, loose gameplay coming through.
That was absolutely amazing. You saw the slap coming on the near side there. I believe that was Maddie just getting it away from those defenders. And then both the defender and the goalie trying to chase that disc down, don't get to it. And so then the slap there to put it in for that 2. What an amazing end to this game 1 now for who's Backlash. Is that Backlash? I can't even remember. Who's who? Backlash, yes.
Gonna be able to put that in. Oh man, these games, they're getting my nerves going already. It is so close coming forward with a 2-point goal difference all the way down to the wire, with Blast crawling their way back up and getting all those leads that they ended up slightly giving away through the middle of the game. It's so close, with Nillywick with 10 points leading his team on Backlash, and those saves from Boop were so crucial. The scoreboard, I don't think, even gives him justice for some of those that he caught for his team. That's some great drive coming through. I'm so excited to see how the second game is going to go.
And we did just have a player drop here. So maybe going to get a reset, which would be unfortunate because we don't want to lose those stats. Yep, there was a rematch. But I did get a look at the team stats. I can't remember all of them, but possession time was within about 10 or 15 seconds. So basically equal in that first game. And that's what we saw flesh out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, these are close. Giving a quick shout out into the Twitch chat. What's up, Single Shot? Martin the Third, Dollar. Let's see, who else am I missing here? Redrumba popping in the chat too, saying he's watching both games. Yeah, this game is so close. I wish I could be watching the other game at the same time too, because I know all of these matches are just going to be some fun matches. Some really close, interesting gameplay here. Backlash, I didn't think there was going to be as much punishing on the open threes. It looks like Blast was able to finally work their way in and get some of their advantages going. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be able to talk about this while they have the downtime in between their match here while they're trying to pick up this player that dropped. They're going to get some extra discussion time, maybe see what they're going to change. I think there's going to be some pretty good differences coming into this match.
Yeah, I would expect to see some adjustments going into that game too from really both these teams, but in particular on Blast, as they did allow a few of those 3 point shots to go in, and then maybe a little miscommunication on that last goal as both the defender and the goalie were trying to chase that one down, kind of together but not together, and ultimately what led to that 2 point victory here for Backlash. But both teams otherwise playing amazingly well here.
Yeah, I was surprised to see how well these bubble defenses would work. Blast really showing up, just seeing how Lone Gecko was, I think he was moving around the shield, and they were able to get some really nice interceptions going forward there. Uh, it just, the passing has been so on point. The defense has been so on point. It's going to be impressive seeing how they're going to keep up throughout the rest of these games and keep that moving forward, because I haven't seen too much of that. Most of it, all I've seen from EU was showing forward how fast these stacks were, and it seems that a lot of this defense has just been the moral of the story for both of these teams.
Absolutely. And now, so we're still waiting for that fourth player to come in here, come back here, and I believe that was the noise. So, yep, Lego is now back for Blast here. So we will be getting started into this round two, and an exciting round two it should be.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. These games are just making me absolutely excited for what we're going to see on through the rest of these EU games and what we're going to be seeing within NA. And both teams going to be readying up here. The jousts are soon to be underway for this round two. See if Blast is going to be able to take this. Blast showing up very strong. This game was so close, and they should have a pretty close chance here with the countdown coming down, seeing who's going to win this offensive joust and get that first drive for their team. It looks like it's going to be going to Backlash with a nice headbutt coming through. It's going to bounce into the offense as the defensive chain is going to be missing. It's going to be bouncing dangerous in front of the goal with all the Backlash members there to recollect. Maddie being able to put that in for his team. That's a great drive from him.
Yeah, that was a beautiful drive there by Maddie to get that first blood in this game too, to go up by two here.
Yeah, let's see how Blast is going to be able to respond to this with those offensive joust coming through. Finn, she's going to be taking this on the nest, just waiting, taking her time with the stacks of Backlash. Going to be so aggressive coming through. They have a potential for a three, and that's going to go in. That's a nice, amazing boost. Just coming through, showing how these chains, how this EU style is going to be doing it, collecting that disc, intercepting that in the middle, punishing them for taking their time on that offensive joust and just being able to sink that for a three, giving them up to that 5-0 lead.
Yeah, very punishing indeed. That quick stack coming in, no time for oh no, and then we see a little bit of a maybe hitting off of someone's head as they roll out there, and now Nellywick looking maybe at another empty net, no, but gets the pass off to Torin there, cross pass to Maddie, puts it in for another two to go up 7-0, just a minute and a half into this.
Wow. Backlash is coming out of the gates hot into this game. They are punishing all these mistakes. With Blast coming out, making a little bit of an error, unable to recollect. That nice pass down onto the low left of the goal and being able to get that another cross pass to the backboard and put that in. Looks like they're going to be resetting here. Not necessarily sure. Looks like they have another drop coming through. That's kind of interesting to see. Hopefully they're going to
Different
be able to get this game.
player. Yeah, looks like this time Finn instead of Lego, and then maybe another a drop as well on Backlash side here. So lots of drops in this game. Gotta wonder if what's going on over in is that London they're at, maybe somewhere in the UK. Not the maybe some rainstorms going on over there. And yes, Martin, agree. For that pause button or a timeout button that Palidore has been lobbying for now a few weeks. And as we get out of this preseason, definitely going to be picking up the volume and more people calling for it. So make sure you voice that in those public channels once we get out of this preseason, when we start looking for that feedback on this preseason and for stuff like that, so we can get maybe a little pressure on Rad to get that in for season one.
Yeah, they've been having so many other resources going into that quest port, but hopefully with enough voices, we're going to be able to make that happen. The more people who are going to get through this, it's going to make it more likely for the rest of us. So don't be afraid to voice your opinion in those Discord chats. If you're not in it already, join for us and try to get into the community. Be interested, get into it, and the more people, the more, more the merrier.
And sorry, I'm just there's really, there's so much going on. Well, I guess we could talk. I could just give an update on the Gravity Toxic Units game. Still 2.5 minutes left in their round two. Gravity up 8-2, and if Gravity does take this round two, they will take that series. So good luck to Gravity, and good luck to Toxic Units as they still battle this one out. Only a 6-point game.
Yeah, good luck to those guys. Definitely showing up. Hopefully, their games. I'm just I can't get over it. It's just kid on Christmas into these games. It's very exciting. Hopefully, we're going to be getting these players in. I think possibly some of these issues coming through from that Oculus update that came through for the original Rift seemed to give a lot of players problems. I saw an article Boop shared, I believe it was Boop in the Discord this morning, that apparently fixed a lot of it. But if some of those players didn't get that done, they could be struggling with some of the frame rate in the game, and maybe that's causing some other lag and stutters they're trying to reset.
That is very possible. Yeah, that because I have heard a lot. I myself have moved over to the S, and but yeah, that update that pushed through for the CV1 just the other day. What was that? Thursday or Friday? Coming into the weekend,
Mhm.
that caused a lot of issues. And we've definitely seen the effect on that on some of these games. And of course, nobody is going to want to use that as an excuse, but it definitely had an impact, especially since every team has somebody, at least one person on their team running with that CV1. And so unfortunate, but every team is having to deal with it. And now as we get in 8.5 minutes to start back 7-0 up for Backlash here.
Yeah, just quick shout out to chat. I just saw Raptor roll in saying, "Is that Andy double ya casting?" Indeed, that is me myself casting, having a good time, getting called in for these EU matches before our NA finals. But 7-0 coming through for Team Backlash. Blast going to be on the offensive joust here, trying to see what they can do. Hopefully these resets aren't going to impact them too much. Maybe a little bit of a mental reset, being able to give them maybe some sort of advantage, helping them out here. But Finn going to be taking this on the disc. She's going to be looking forward, getting a nice clear down through middle. It's going to take an unfortunate bounce up. It's going to be contested by Torin. Torin being able to take that off the floor, getting that down into the offensive bubble for them. Coming through with the stacks quicker. Unfortunately, looking like they're going to lose that possession. And it's going to come back to Blast. Blast going to be having an open 3 attempt possibly, but passes forward instead. They're going to be relaying it around, back passing it up to Ness. Crossing over to Finn. She's going to cross it back to Shield. Contested off the rim. It's going to go down and low into that trench area with Boop there to recollect for his team. Coming back for it again. Lone Gecko across the Shield. Teammate kind of stopped on Shield, maybe not anticipating the cross pass, but a slight error nonetheless. But Boop, they're still going to be able to recollect this, working this through, looking for his passes, taking a potential shot on goal, nicking off the rim and then onto the backboard. But Torrent's finally going to be able to get this out for his team with a nice clear off the ceiling.
And great opportunities there for Blast on that offensive end. A few good shot, potential goals. Just not able to connect on that goal, and so now Backlash takes control of this disc in their offensive end.
Yeah, an unfortunate error there coming off the station block. It's going to give Blast a chance to get this down into their end. It's bouncing all around the ceiling. Boop going to be able to get there first with the open net and putting that in with the stacks almost there to contest. A great shot by Boop, that 18 meters a second from 15, getting his team up onto the board for the first time into the second round. But with 7 minutes left, they're definitely not out of it, and they showed that within that first round too.
Yes, that's a big goal here for Blast to come up, bring it within four. Now, I mean, we still have a long game ahead of us, 7 minutes still, so they have a lot of time to come back here and come back. They definitely want to come back in this and at least force that game three.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh man, Torrent almost able to punish that open goal again, and Maddie following it up with a double ding. Dinner is ready for them, ringing the dinner bell. But Nillywick going to be up on the top panel. Torrent above goal into his home. He's going to be passing out to Maddie, and that is a fantastic cross pass, giving them the option to come forward and finally bring that in for a 2.
And while we have a moment here, just an update for that Gravity Toxic Units game. Gravity did take that round two, so Gravity will be moving on to the semifinals as Toxic Units finds himself falling into that round one losers bracket. So whoever wins this game will be taking on Team Gravity in that semifinals, and the loser of this game will be facing Toxic Units in that first round losers bracket.
Oh man, that was a dangerous little trench shot. That was actually almost looking like it was going to be online, but they're going to be able to recollect that and put that in for a 9 to 5 blast, getting themselves up onto the board and keeping these points flowing. But definitely for toxic units, continue on that they're not saying, it's double elimination. There's still a chance they can run their way up that losers bracket and they still have some chance to play some more games and get themselves out there.
Absolutely, that's the beauty of double elimination because everybody can have those bad games where you just don't quite get ahead, and then that you could have done better and you want to do better, and you get that second opportunity in the that second round to do better, and so yeah, so it's very nice to have the double elim here in this this playoff and final series.
Yeah, and it looks like here we have Backlash coming through with a nice reset after it got stuck down into the pit a little bit. A nice tunnel bounce shot. There's going to be almost a chance for an open three, but Boop
Oh,
going to be able to be there for his team, holding down the
boop.
fort for them. And it looks like we're going to have Blast is going to be having a chance. They're setting up on offense. The open three coming through. It's going to be slightly offline. Lone Gecko going to be able to recollect this. The back pass across Lego there, kind of maybe possibly a little bit of miscommunication, and Gecko going to be able to finally dunk that in.
Yeah, it looked like both Lego and Boop were trying to receive that pass up to Nest, and Lego's the one who comes away with it. But then it does pay off as Lego gets that one down to Gecko above the goal, and Gecko able to. It says a 1 meter throw, but we all know that was a slam dunk.
Yeah, when you get to those ranges, they're pretty much a dunk. And when you end up grabbing both those same passes as teammates, you might not be able to see them in your peripherals, and you both grab it, and all of a sudden it's gone. You kind of have to maybe take a second to reset here. They're going to be a 2-on-1 here, crossing across the bubble onto the backboard, stunning out the goalie is Maddie, and Niliwick being able to put that in for a 2-pointer, getting them up to 11-7. A nice little setup there, good breakaway to get that 2v1 onto the goalie.
And an absolutely massive goal there for Backlash here, keeping the that lead up to four. So trying to keep that comfortable lead. It's not too comfortable because that is only two goals. And oh my goodness, what another aggressive chain there from Backlash.
Yeah, it looks like they just kind of got that headbutt coming through and bouncing free. Those stacks were able to make it into there, putting in a punishing another 3-pointer, extending their lead again. Blast just going to be able to have to try to get these drives going through, getting that consistency to get through onto that half. We know this defense on both these teams are just incredibly hard to get through. It's just maybe getting those points onto the board. Now, it looks like they're going to be getting through. They didn't really have a good boost coming out of the tunnel there. It looks like they might have just gotten stuck up a little bit and they didn't have any passes available. Boop having to hold on to it. But Sundance is going to be able to take this back, taking his time, coming up on the station and just waiting for that defense. He's going to play it smart. He's waiting to draw that defense forward. Lego finally coming forward, cross pass over to Maddie. Maddie is going to be looking for it, just taking their time. You can just see the patience, even possibly an open goal. Maybe they're going for a reset here, a timeout. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It looked like Flash just kind of gave up, possibly.
I'm not sure. There's a whole lot of discussion going on. I didn't quite catch it as yeah, it looks like another player is dropping here. Oh, a
Two
couple
players
players.
shopping or leaving?
And that was Boop and Gecko who were the
But
ones doing a lot of that talking there. Kind of concerned about what oh no. I hope this isn't what it looks like.
I sure hope it isn't, but it looks like Maddie's going to be able to put it in with no resets coming through for the teams. A potential forfeit, possibly? I'm unsure. It's kind of shocking for how good the games are going back and forth. Uh, Backlash is just going to keep on going. It looks like they're going down, and now they're going to be able to take the reset, but I'm unsure what's happening with Finn here, being the last one left.
And it does look like we have the word from Boop in League General. They are forfeiting, and that is the conversation I was hearing. It sounds like there was maybe some disagreement going on in the team, and Finn now apologizing. Uh, yeah, it looks like Blast is forfeiting the entire cup. Um,
Uh,
Yeah, they are
why?
taking themselves out. Uh,
Maybe
like
potentially because of the CV1 issue, but that is unreal. That was the last thing I was expecting coming into this tournament. The taking the time coming
absolutely.
forward, qualifying for it, and then just maybe forfeiting away. I mean, unless they had some sort of situation that's totally reasonable to come up in real life, take those situations first. But as of right now, this is not what I was expecting coming into this game at all.
Not even a little bit. So we will see. So unfortunately, with uh, so Backlash will move on to that semifinals. I mean, it looks like they were headed that way, anyways. But now Toxic Units, who was going to be playing the loser of this game, Blast, potentially now is getting, I guess we'll just get an automatic win for the losers bracket round one. So they will be waiting for the loser of Gravity versus Backlash in the semifinals. So we will have only one game running in this next round. Actually, we're only going to be going. We're only going to be able to go one at a time for the remainder. In fact, so we will be moving back to VRML one to get Gravity versus Backlash, and then the loser of that game playing Toxic Units, and then the winner of that game playing the winner of the semifinals. So yeah. So I mean, it does make things a little easier for us here, but it's definitely not something we wanted to see coming into this finals series. One of the teams just dropping out entirely. Um, so yeah, so I guess that's where we're at. I guess we shouldn't take too much more time here. Andy, if you want to send us off uh, for the next game.
Yeah, still, I mean, I guess kind of a shocker, but thanks everybody for joining. It has been an absolute pleasure. We had a nice high here, 39 people. Thank you for everybody who talked in the chat, everybody for joining, sending this out to their friends. Still some fantastic games to come. Nothing too upsetting to look forward to. There should be some great games coming forward. And we have had me, Andy W, on the casting here with SirDimwi joining me and Wit on the cameras. Thank you everybody for joining, and hopefully see you guys in the next one.
See you.